Yo, welcome back to another episode of Real Shit Right Now. As usual, I'm Vaz motherfucking Hazen. And today we are interviewing our new guest, Dan V from Centerville, if you know him.
The reason I do it for me. Crazy if you think you control me. Bad bitch on my lap while she says 40s. Be mad at yourself if your work done poorly. Telling me you worth it, then show me, yeah. Oh, you getting money, but you owe me, yeah. Sipping mud and reflect by my lonely, yeah. Sipping mud and reflect by my lonely, yeah. I know what I want, I know what I want. She leaning towards me even if I screwed up. Cockroaches and broken ACs when I grew up. Just cause you kick it with me don't mean that you're one of us. Come here baby, face your lips and take a sip of this.
Alright, so I first met you like at a Woodbridge show. It was this place like, it's called El Ranchon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wearing like a cloud. You came up to me, was like, "Yo, where's CY?" And I was like, I don't know this dude, but he recognized the cloud shit. So
yeah.
I guess
Oh yeah,
cool.
yeah.
And then like later on, I was hanging out with you and John, like playing fucking the Xenoverse or some shit.
The Xenoverse 2, yes. I'll wipe anybody out that shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
I ain't gonna lie, yeah.
John's pretty nice with it too, but he be picking the same character, bro.
Bro, that's what he does. That's been his whole strategy since I was like 12.
Yeah, he pick one character and then spam with that one specific attack, bro.
Bro, he'll get super fucking good and make sure like you don't know how to use, cause like everybody plays around. You can't get too specific.
Yeah.
Like, he's like,
you ain't shit. I'm gonna tell you like that, bro.
All right, so we're gonna get into this. So, you got this project coming out.
Yeah.
When's it dropping, bro?
Halloween.
Halloween?
Yeah, Halloween. Spooky. You know what I'm saying? That shit gonna be called Speak of the Devil.
Speak of the Devil?
Yeah.
And like, what made you want to drop it on Halloween? Because that's like the Devil's Day in some cultures.
Nah, I mean, well, the reason why I wanted to call Speak of the Devil was because, like, like that layman term, it was like that phrase, like, oh, Speak of the Devil, you know what I'm saying? Dan coming through, you know, like,
That's
so, like,
lit.
so when, like, someone plays my music and, like, or they're talking about me, hopefully they'll be like, oh, Speak of the Devil, I was just playing that dude's shit, you know?
Do you feel kind of weird dropping it on a Wednesday instead of like a Friday like usual, like how usual artists do it?
I thought, that's the thing, though, I thought usual artists drop on, like, Tuesdays and Thursdays, whatever.
That's weird. Because they usually do it Fridays, like major artists, but maybe like
I ain't shit.
Maybe like underground. It's like Tuesdays, Thursdays.
I don't know. I always thought like those Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I mean, like now I'm not really paying attention to exactly what day I'm gonna put it. I'm just gonna put it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but Halloween.
Halloween definitely.
Mhm.
How many tracks?
6.
6 tracks.
6 or 7, but I'm probably gonna aim 7.
You're going for the 6. Second. You can start planning if you want, bro.
Oh, baby. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this shit, but we're gonna see what's good.
All right. Always wet the brush first before you like start that shit.
Oh yeah.
You gotta get that joint wet.
Last
Like
time
anything. Shout out to the women's. We
I-
respect women's.
I did this shit. I was doing this shit with my girl, cause she be paying sometimes. But I don't know what to do with this shit, bro. I be too insecure when it comes to this painting shit, to be honest.
Bro, you just gotta jump in. Do whatever you feel.
Kill.
I heard you got a song with Project Pat coming up.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop that shit tomorrow. I don't know when this is gonna drop, but what's
It's
the date? The
definitely
4th? I'm gonna drop it on the 5th.
Okay,
7
bet.
o'clock.
This interview will come out like probably 2 weeks after that.
Say less. So when you watch this shit, bump that shit.
Yeah, hit the links.
All the
links.
Every one last one of them.
Need them shits.
I don't even know where to start.
So is it like produced by Project Pat, or did you actually get Project Pat on the feature?
I got him on the feature.
Holy
like
shit!
He's rapping on that shit. It's tight too, cause he don't sound like. After hearing his verse, it just proved that like his style, along with 3 6 Mafia, is very. It just has longevity. It's just too original because you can hear how rappers now, including myself, for real, like, are inspired by them. So it doesn't sound to me. It doesn't sound like an old head trying to rap on new shit. It just sounds like him. You know, when you hear it, it don't sound like, oh, he just sounds like an old head. It just sounds new. You know, I don't know how to explain it. You just gotta listen.
Nah,
to that
I
shit.
feel you because like every time I hear like Juicy J or like specifically Juicy J on any track, like he flames over that shit so hard, and I'm just like, yo, this is an old dude doing this shit.
Yeah.
He ain't no young cat, but like he's murking it harder than a young cat would.
You feel me? It's because like his style is just not really. I mean, his style's just too original. Like.
Fuck yeah! Like when you don't copy nobody, you just have an originality. Then like you haven't mentored nobody, so it's a style of one-on-one. When you gone, nobody else can repeat it.
Exactly.
I fucks with that.
Shit's dope. But yeah, it's featured with Project Pat, produced by OK Cozy.
Okay,
My
Cozy.
mans, yeah.
C-Wop have been telling me that you have recently like reached a song and got like 1 million plays on the bitch.
Yeah, that shit hit 2 million.
You did ass?
Yeah.
Hella marketing.
I don't know. I didn't do shit, bro. Some dude like posted on his own SoundCloud. And somehow just hit 2 million. But I didn't know. I didn't find out till yesterday, or not yesterday. I'm tripping. Last year, but last year around that time it was like 500,000, and then 6 months, maybe 5 months later, it hit 1 million, and then a year later, which is now, it hit 2. So,
is it like something that you did with marketing, and you were just sharing it around?
Like they said, bro, like homie just posted it off the strength, like on some fan shit. It was originally off some mixtape that I did like 3 years ago. And
that's brilliant. That's love.
It was, but the thing is, I tried to holler at him, see what's up, but
he never responded.
Never responded, so I don't know. What
It'd be like that though.
I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him.
When'd you start rapping originally?
I took it serious. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this shit, bro.
It's all good, bro. Just keep going. All you do is just paint out your feelings, bro. I'm just drawing a fucking circle. Like, look at this shit. It's
bro,
a blob.
That's cool. You know what? My problem is, every time I think about painting, I think about just like, it has to be something. Instead of just like...
That's an artist's problem. Like, sometimes you just like, just gotta lay bare emotions. And it's like, after that, you can shape it.
You know what, bro? I'm just gonna draw 2 half colors. I'm about to say fuck all this shit.
Yeah, there you go. If you're gonna mix up the colors, just wet the brush first and clean it, and then jump in with a new color.
Hopefully I have enough painting or paint.
So usually, like, you know, you do a bunch of shows and shit. You ever like encounter like some really wild shit, or you have like some really wild ass shit that happens to you?
Wild shit. Like in what essence?
Like any like crazy ass stories?
Shows wise, everybody Gucci. Like, I mean, we get rowdy, you know what I'm saying? We do mosh pits and shit. During my set, nothing crazy happens. Nah, we just get live as fuck, and then we're back to our usual. But I do remember one of the shows at the Ranch or whatever. It ended early, and like later that day, like later that night, it got shot up.
Yeah.
So that was kind of interesting, but
I was there.
You were there. You were there.
Yeah,
It might have been the first show.
I think it was the second.
Was it the second?
Yeah, it was the second.
It was the second. Cause I was getting tatted at that time. That girl, what's her name? It was like Roxanne. She goes by Roxanne on her Instagram. She was doing tattoos at that show too.
Definitely, I remember. That was like the latest part about it. I was like, "Yo, homegirl giving tats in the back."
Yeah, she's talented, bro.
We were selling clothes and shit, and then it was just over. I was like, "Fuck, time to go."
Yeah, I was kind of blown.
I was blown too. Everybody was blown. I was watching Twitter just pop.
But yeah, like my shows wise, like anything crazy for me, like nah. We just get fucking bugged, we'll mosh and shit.
So do you usually get into like any situations, or like you just keep a pretty chill life?
I try to be chill. I used to be rowdy. You
got any stories from that time?
Yeah, I got one. Oh shit, I got a lot, bro.
Give him some.
Let me think. Let's see. I'll tell you some ignorant shit, like disgusting shit. Like it's disgusting, bro. I was like, what was it? It was 8th grade, 7th grade, some shit.
Yeah.
My homie at the time, like, cause he's not here no more. You know how like folks will steal street signs.
Yes.
So we were doing that. We were in the middle of stealing some street sign. I think it was like a Stone Road or some shit. I don't remember. And we were just trying to take it so one of us could put it in our like rooms and shit. And I need more black paint. But yeah, so we were doing that shit, and then out of nowhere, like this woman pulled up and was like screaming at us, talking about like, yo, like what the fuck y'all doing? Y'all tripping? Like put that shit down. But she was screaming like hysterically. It was disgusting the way she was screaming. Yeah, you know, like before I called the cops, all that shit. And then she did, but then she started saying racist slurs. Like she was saying like, you know, calling us a spick and all that shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So automatically we were like, what? You just called us a spick? And then she drives off. But we recognized her car, and my homie at the time even took a picture of it. So
which I do.
Yeah, so I didn't do it. So this is what happened. So we go to my boy's crib, and we were just thinking like, yo, what should we do to this bitch's car? Because I saw her where she pulled up and all that shit. Like, we need to think of some weird shit. And then my homie, who's not here no more, his name is John, he was like, I got an idea. So this motherfucker disappears, right?
Yes.
I don't know where the fuck he went. Comes back. This guy has literally a shopping bag.
A shopping bag?
Right, a shopping bag.
The fuck is he about to do to a car with a shopping bag?
Inside the shopping bag is shit.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I'm over here like, yo, bro, what the fuck you doing, bro? And he was like, I took a shit, Holmes, and we're about to fucking rub this shit on this bitch's car right now. I'm like, bro, I'm not touching your shit. Literally, like, I'm not touching your shit and rubbing on some girl's car.
Yo, my homie is wild, bro. He
No.
said I'm about to rub my own shit on this bitch's car.
Yeah.
Did he do it?
Yes. and he didn't do it by himself either. My other homie at the time fucking joined him with him too. So what they did was, this is what happened. So there was 2 bags filled with shit, mind you, right? So this guy had to go. We fucking go to the girl's car or the woman's car, and I'm hiding behind the bushes with my 2 other homies, and I just see the other 2 folks, John and the other guy. They dispersed into the, you know what I'm saying, going towards the car, and I'm over here just like, yo, what the fuck are they about to do, yo?
That's
like,
some wild shit.
yeah.
No pun.
Right? Like, what are you about to do? They pulled up to the car, and they were prepared. They had other separate bags, so they used it as gloves. And they grabbed the shit, and they started smearing it all over the car,
Yo,
bro.
there's some sick.
Grimy, disgusting.
Sick,
disgusting.
bro.
Smearing it all over the cars, the door handles, so that way, you know, when you touch it, you know what I'm saying, shit on your fingers. Fucking shit inside the exhaust pipe. Everywhere, bro.
That's wild.
Everywhere.
What gives you the idea to do some shit like that?
Bro, I don't know, man. At the time, I was with some wild ass people. I don't know. I mean, I've never done no shit like that.
So after that, y'all just bailed?
Yeah, right after that, we just bailed and then, you know, carried on till the next day. It was weird though. I don't know. That was just, I don't know who does that shit. I thought white people do that, but I guess not.
Bruh. You have any more? Do you get like,
I
are
can
you
tell
still
you.
hanging around like wild ass people, or like or do you get into like some shit yourself?
Nah, man, I'm low key now. Like, I'm chill as fuck. But I mean, my homies, I don't know. We get rowdy when we need to be. But like, it's not recent. This happened a couple years ago. But I got arrested once for disorderly conduct.
Off what?
For fucking defending myself, bro. Basically, like, man, it's such a long story. So what happened was, I was with like a couple dudes and a couple girls, and went to Ocean City and shit. And my homie at the time was like, "Yo, we about to go get." No, we were just leaving, and then the girl was one of the girls was like, "Well, where y'all going?" And then, you know, my homie on some cocky shit was like, "Oh, we about to go get some bitches." And then the girl starts laughing and shit, and she's like, "Yeah, right." And I'm like, "Yeah, we're gonna pull some, you know, saying some baits right now." And she's like, "All right, bet. Let's do a bet. You know, like, whoever can pull the most numbers has to buy 2 bottles or whatever." I don't remember what it was. So we shook on it. Now it's easy for the girls, bro, because the women, you know, they don't really gotta do much. You just gotta pull up and be like, "Hey."
Yeah.
You know, we
Like bitches hop in, and then the bitches is like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all some bitches too? Yeah, we hopping in.
Exactly. You know, and like we gotta put effort.
Fuck yeah, y'all gotta pull up and be like, we're not rapists. Hop in the car.
Nah, we didn't even have no car. We just pulled up and just, you know, started, you know, having a conversation, talking to him, and then eventually got the numbers and shit. But anyways, a couple hours later, we bump into him at a pier, and then they're like, "Yo, so what's the progress looking like?" You know, and we had a list. We actually had some lists. You know what I'm saying? I had a couple. Homeboy got a couple. They actually, you know, obviously had numbers.
Yeah.
As we're talking and shit, these like meatheads pulled up. Like they were walking towards us.
Meatheads?
Like, yeah, like you know what I'm saying, like 6'2", swole ass motherfuckers,
Oh,
bro.
like some arenas, like, yo,
You feel
been
me?
training.
Like hella,
My dad, you know, he got me in.
exactly, like hella creatine, you know, like they just swole ass motherfuckers, and they pulled up and they were like, you know, these girls are basic as fuck, so they like that shit. So they're like, oh, you know, they thought they were attractive and shit, and then they started walking off with them. But the thing was, I think those dudes thought those were our hoes. So as that was happening, they looked back at us and they started laughing at us, talking about like, you know, ha ha ha, we just took their bitches, ha ha ha. It's not even like that. Like, it was not like that at all, but whatever. We're gonna let them, you know, have a good time and
You know,
shit.
do what they do.
Yeah. Anyways, hours later, because we're going to bars and shit, getting faded, I almost got into a couple fights in between that time anyways.
Yeah.
That's a different story.
Oh, shit.
But
He was just wrecking it on the beach.
we was wrecking, bro. Man, Cause bro, like people out of town, in general, you know, they just don't know how to act. They feel like they own the shit. They own like
Dead ass.
just because they're not where they're not back at home, which is weird. Cause I mean, if anything, I'm more paranoid if I'm out. I gotta be on 10 toes.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
But whatever.
'Cause you don't know what the fuck can happen. Who gonna run up? Who gonna try to take shit?
Yeah, I don't fucking trust these people. But anyways, a couple hours later, we get a text from the girls, and she was like, she texted me. She was like, "Yo, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing." And she was like, "Y'all need to come back to the hotel because remember those guys at the pier? They're back in a hotel room now, but they're not trying to leave." I'm like, "What?" I fucking knew it, man. Women are such liability sometimes.
Oh.
Like, you know, like.
Wait, we respect women's.
Yeah, but like, yo, like.
But y'all be on some dumb shit.
Why would
though.
you bring 5 guys, 3 girls? They're all frail. You know what I'm saying? They don't work out. They don't do shit.
Yeah.
And you're gonna bring in 5 meatheads coming into the hotel room, and I'm just gonna think worst case scenario because I don't trust people. You know.
Always, bro.
So now you're telling me they don't want to leave? Like, what are they gonna do? So we had to go back. So we went back. We see him, and the reason why we had to kick him out is because we couldn't have too many people because we already exceeded a certain
the
amount of
maximum
group.
limit. Yeah.
So I told him this. I was like, look, dog, like y'all can come back and fucking whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? If you want to like do that, like I'm sure they're interested in if they really want to do it. But y'all gotta leave right now because if you don't, we're gonna get kicked out and shit. This motherfucker over here, the tallest one actually, he goes like this. All right, man, I got you. But he pats my head, you know, like a little boy type shit.
On some dumb shit.
Yeah, I'm fucking drunk, right? So automatically I'm like, yo, I want to fucking swing at him so bad.
I'm about to knock this little bitch
Yeah,
out.
right? I don't fucking care. But I had to think about long term, you know. I'm like, you know what? If I do that shit,
We about to lose this whole entire set.
exactly, we're gonna lose this whole entire room. Girls gonna be mad. They're gonna be mad. I just can't act like a fool just yet. So I had to let that go. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Seems normal. My homeboy, all of a sudden, he was like, yo, you trying to smoke a jack? I'm like, all right. I went to go smoke outside, smoking a couple of drags. Next thing you know, I just feel this like punch just come out of nowhere, just someone just sucker punched my face. I ate that shit, but it didn't like, I didn't get knocked out or anything. I just like, I felt it. Like it hurt, obviously. I'm turning to my right. I know this is one of the dudes.
Yo, what the fuck?
They were all swole except for one of them actually, and the one that did hit me wasn't a swole one. But
so you was just like, yeah,
he made
it's
up,
time.
he made up for the size because he was big. Like he was like my height, but he was fat.
Yeah.
He was like a little over 200, but because you know what I'm saying, like everybody else is 200, around 202, but they're taller. So like you know, it made up for their size because you know they were working out shit. But this one was no work. He didn't work out at all. He was big as fuck. So as soon as I saw him, I'm like, yeah, it's a wrap. I'm about to fucking, I don't know. I just snapped right there. So I ran up to him and started wrecking him. Luckily, there was a corner right there. I don't know how the layout was weird, but there was a corner.
So you were able to get your leverage and shit.
Yeah, he was already in the ground. Like I'm just like wailing, like ground and pound, like hammer fist and shit, like pissed the fuck off. Cause what the hell, man? I don't know what made him do that. So I'm wailing and shit. He's not doing nothing. Like he's eating all this. And then out of nowhere, I felt like this like pain, like this like hit coming from my side, and I started feeling multiple at this point. So I'm just like, okay, like in my mind I'm thinking like I'm getting jumped right now. I think I'm getting snuck, and I'm at this point I'm like hoping it don't hit my face. Next thing you know, I feel another hit coming, but I felt like it hit my neck, and then because of that, I dropped, and that's why I'm still on top of dude, but I'm still hitting him because at this point I'm thinking like now I'm getting jumped, but I can't fucking focus on everybody. You just can't do that shit when you get jumped.
Fuck no, man. You
like,
got too much attention going everywhere.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. So I'm like, I'm just gonna focus on this one guy. So then when he leaves, you know, the whole group's gonna look at him like, damn, you got, you know, you look like shit right now. It's just like a reminder, like, you know, like this could happen to you too. You didn't even protect your mans, you know. So like that's what he's gonna look like for the rest of the day.
So what happens after that?
So I'm getting hit on both sides, and then all of a sudden I felt all this weight just like dropping onto my back. Now I'm like really squishing between, I don't even know who the fuck's on top of me, but I'm finding out that the girls was watching this shit the whole entire time. And the reason why I fell into this dude is because my homie, and then like, you know, the dudes that were against their homies jumped into it too. So now it's just like this dog pile. Like my homie came through trying to save my shit. I guess his homie saw that shit, so now like, you know.
So it just turned into a brawl.
It just turned into like a weird.
But you ain't
pop.
see shit.
I don't know shit. I don't remember shit at this point. I kind of like blacked out. Now what happened was, according to the women, cops came and everybody like just dispersed and shit. And I'm still up, like I'm ready. And the first thing I did was, according to them, was like I grabbed like a beer bottle, and I started chasing after like an innocent bystander. I don't know who it was, but to me it looked like one of them because they were white, swole, and you know tall. They just looked like he was in the group.
So he was just like, I'm gonna fuck them all up.
Yeah.
And then this dude's like, yo, I don't even know you, cuz.
I was chasing him, like he was running around. He was running away from me. He didn't even like try to stop me. That's the funny part. So he was scared, I guess. So at this point, when the cops were already there, they saw me, and then they tackled me. I remember that part because I just remember at this point I'm on the ground and I'm like basically screaming, saying, "Yo, why the fuck are you tackling me? Why are you arresting me when I was the one trying to defend myself?" But in their perception, they didn't see none of that shit. They only saw me just running around with a beer bottle. So I look crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they were just like, it is what it is. So they threw you in a paddy wagon.
Threw me in a paddy wagon, put me in this fucking like holding this cell and shit. I was sharing it with one white boy and one black guy. And mind you, the white guy that was in that joint was racist as fuck. So me and the dude beat the shit out of him inside that shit.
Yo, you just fought your whole entire way through this
Bruh,
whole entire
I felt
weekend.
like I was in Grand Theft Auto because after that night was done with, the next morning, right? Our hotel was in 14th Street.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, like, literally just dropped me off at, like, the 98th block.
Damn.
I felt
you had
like,
to walk?
yeah, I had to walk that, like, from there to there, yeah. They just, like, I just woke up, and I'm just, like, taking a nap inside the cop car, and next thing you know, I hear just, like, hey, we're dropping you off here. And then, like, it was just, like, that reset mode. Like, you know, like, okay, I'm starting again from my checkpoint.
Oh, damn,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, like, that shit was ridiculous. But yeah, I got charged with disorderly conduct because I was going a little too wild, I guess, according to them. But luckily I didn't get charged for, like, drunk in public because
Yeah, that's even worse.
apparently, yeah.
Damn, bro. You sound like you get the wrecking, like, a lot.
Nah, not anymore.
That was like life was like back then?
Yeah, kind of back then. I mean, I guess, like, competitively, I used to get into wrecking. I used to do, like, Muay Thai and MMA and shit. Not anymore because that shit costs money, but yeah, like, I did that shit for about, like, 2 years maybe.
What made you stop?
It was just money. It was just money, yeah. But they were too into it. Like, my coaches, they wanted me to compete and shit. And I'm like, bro, like, I'm not that passionate with this shit. Like, I like learning about it, and I like sparring, and, you know, it keeps me, you know, in present mode, and it keeps me calm. But to compete, I'm too emotional.
That's like a whole nother level.
Yeah, I'm too emotional for that shit.
I feel you, bro. Do you think, like, any of this transfers into your music?
Yeah, for sure. Because, like, right now, like, I'm calm and all that, but in my music, I definitely take it out on the microphone. Like, I'm more, like, I guess aggressive, you know, like, I like, you know, we like moshing and shit. I like really putting my energy into performing and into my music. I want people to feel me.
I can definitely feel it, bro. Like, when you're on stage and you're, like, staffing the stage and shit, it comes off as, like, a raging bull, like, when you see red, and I'm just like, yo, this dude definitely has energy.
Yeah.
I fucks with it heavy.
Yeah, I take it out on all that shit. But then, like, you know, like, right now, I'm cool, I'm calm.
So we're coming to our last minute mark. Is there anything you want to plug or anything you want to say to the viewers before we close
Bro,
up?
I haven't done shit with this, bro. This is all I did.
I didn't do much either.
You got more, you know,
I
more
didn't
like
do
a
shit.
concept, I guess.
Yeah.
This is abstract art. You feel me?
I feel you, bro. So, to all you viewers out there, Halloween, you got to check out my man's Dan V.
Yep.
Go to the links. He's dropping something very special.
Yeah.
Speak of the devil.
Speak of the devil, Halloween. Follow me on Twitter at Dan V Hefner, DANV, letter V, HEFNER. Instagram, DANVHEFNE, and then RRR. Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud, Dan V Hefner.
And check out that song with Project Pat.
Yeah, please do, because that shit is fucking amazing. For real.
All right, this has been Real Shit Right Now, Painting with Friends edition. You just saw Dan V and me, Vaz Hazing Paint. And that's all we have for you. See you later, fucking fucks. Love you though.
Look at this shit, man.
Respect women's. And,
We love
look at
women.
this shit. Fuck.